Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you wake up. The sun rises. People go to work. Children go to school. Life continues as normal. But for you, everything changes. You're taken away, locked behind bars. Your freedom is gone. Your future is uncertain. Your family is far away. And then someone tells you, you may spend the next 27 years here. Not 27 days. Not 27 months. 27 years. Think about that. Most people struggle to stay positive for 27 minutes in traffic. Most people lose hope after a few bad weeks. Most people break under pressure they never expected. Yet one man endured nearly 3 decades in prison and emerged not bitter, not defeated, not broken, but stronger. His name was Nelson Mandela, and his story contains one of the greatest lessons ever taught about mental strength. Because when you can't control your circumstances, the only thing left to master is yourself. When people hear the word prison, they think of concrete walls, metal bars, locked doors. But the most dangerous prison isn't physical. It's mental. A prison of fear, a prison of resentment, a prison of victimhood, a prison of hopelessness. Millions of people live inside those prisons every day. And the tragic part? Many of them are physically free. They can go anywhere, do anything, yet mentally, they remain trapped. Mandela understood something extraordinary. Freedom starts in the mind, not in your environment. When Mandela was imprisoned, he lost almost everything. His freedom, his privacy, his routine, his ability to choose where he went, his ability to decide what happened next. Imagine waking up every morning knowing someone else controlled your day. Someone else controlled your future. Someone else decided when you ate, when you slept, when you moved. Most people would feel powerless. Most people would begin asking, why me? Why is this happening? Why is life unfair? But Mandela chose a different question. He asked, what can I still control? And that question changed everything. One day, Mandela realized something that transformed his life. His captors could control his body, but they could not control his mind. They could lock the cell, but they couldn't lock his character. They could limit his movement, but they couldn't limit his beliefs. They could take his freedom, but only he could surrender his dignity. And once he understood that, he stopped seeing himself as powerless. Because true power isn't controlling circumstances. It's controlling your response to circumstances. Most people watching this are not sitting in a prison cell, but many are trapped. Trapped in jobs they hate. Trapped by financial pressure. Trapped by anxiety. Trapped by failure. Trapped by the opinions of others. And because they focus on what they can't control, they lose sight of what they can. The economy, other people, the past, bad luck. None of those are under your control. Yet people spend years fighting them. Mandela focused on something different. His attitude, his mindset, his daily actions, his character, because that's where real power lives. One of the reasons Mandela survived mentally was discipline. Even in prison, he exercised, he studied, he learned, he maintained routines. Think about that. Most people need perfect conditions to be disciplined. The right mood, the right motivation, the right environment. Mandela had none of those things, yet he still showed up, because discipline is not about circumstances. Discipline is about identity. He wasn't waiting for prison to become easier. He became stronger. The hardest part wasn't the prison. It was the waiting, the uncertainty, the years passing without visible progress. Imagine watching your life disappear one day at a time. Imagine feeling forgotten, ignored, left behind. That's where most people lose hope, because human beings crave evidence that their effort matters. But Mandela endured the silent years, and that's a lesson many people desperately need today, because success is often built in silence. Not when everyone is cheering, not when everyone believes in you, but when nobody sees your struggle. If anyone had the right to be bitter, it was Mandela. 27 years. Think about the anger, the resentment, the desire for revenge. But Mandela understood something dangerous. Bitterness hurts the person carrying it, not the person who caused it. Many people spend decades reliving pain, reliving betrayal, reliving injustice, reliving disappointment, and every day they give their past more power over their future. Mandela refused to do that. He chose growth over resentment, purpose over revenge, freedom over bitterness. Isolation is a mirror. When distractions disappear, you meet yourself, your habits, your fears, your thoughts, your character. That's why some people grow in solitude and others collapse, because isolation reveals what was already there. The question is, if everything became quiet tomorrow, what would you discover about yourself? One reason Mandela endured was purpose. He believed his suffering meant something. He believed his struggle had a reason. Purpose changes everything. Pain without purpose feels unbearable. Pain with purpose becomes sacrifice. And sacrifice creates strength. When you know why you're fighting, you can survive almost any battle. Life will put you in situations you didn't choose. There will be seasons where nothing makes sense. Moments where you feel trapped. Moments where you feel powerless. Moments where you feel forgotten. But those moments do not define you. Your response does. That's the lesson. Not from a motivational speaker, not from a book, but from a man who lived it for 27 years. The strongest people don't have easier lives. They have stronger minds. They focus on what they can control. They refuse to become victims of circumstance. They continue when progress is invisible. They stay disciplined when motivation disappears. And they refuse to surrender their identity to temporary suffering. That's what made Mandela extraordinary. Not the prison, the mindset. One day, Nelson Mandela walked out of prison after 27 years. But here's the remarkable part. He left prison without letting prison live inside him. He left stronger, wiser, more resilient. And that's the challenge for all of us. You may not control what happens to you. You may not control your circumstances. You may not control the storms you face. But you can control your response. And sometimes, that is the greatest freedom a person can ever have.